Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well. It's a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Abathur top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages here. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape ETC? Does fall. What a counter attack by ReGen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with this friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. All right, so I do want to talk a bit about over on the far right-hand side of your screen right now, below the red team draft selections. That is the bit donation goal for the ReGen Invitational 3. Gotta complete that goal, guys. Every single team cast by me on my channel this season, including the 2 you see here tonight, ReGen Red and Embed by 10, will be invited to the event. We're looking to fill up that crowd-funded prize pool of $100 for our players. Way to give back to the teams and really support the amateur scene here in Heroes of the Storm. So if you're a fan of either of these teams, consider throwing some bits out at my channel. Otherwise, enjoy the match. It should be a good one. Map number 1 was a thriller. I'm very sorry you guys were not able to see it, as we do see Tyrande being banned out here by ReGen Red. Map number 1, they banned out that Yrel, Mephisto, Jaina. On the other side, Embed by 10 banned out Azmodan, Anubarak, and ETC. And we'll see if Embed by 10 wants to stick with their strategy. Battlefield of Eternity, however, might be a little bit different. Maybe we don't see that Nova again here. It's going to be a Rainer ban here for Embed by 10. Sound. What sound is missing? Sound? No sound. I see sound coming on my mixer. No sound. I see it on my mixer. Maybe it was that scene. I will check after this. No, you're literally muted on stream. So it was that one scene then. Well, you didn't miss much of what I said there. Basically just introduced myself and apologized for not getting to show you guys that first map. Vala, Genji banned out, and now Hanzo chosen first for ReGen Red. I am all sorts of flustered now. Probably deserve it for trying to set this up. I started setting it up around 5 o'clock. I had 5 hours to do so. Mephisto on the board and chosen here by InBed by 10 will be my first Mephisto game. But I started setting up the stream around 5 o'clock. I had plenty of time to do it. I got all the scenes made. Not surprised I missed some audio in a couple spots.
A new subscriber has been acquired.
The big subscription from Arrow. Welcome back, man. Appreciate you supporting the stream as always. Now we're sitting at 10 of 20 on the subscriber goal. Thanks to you guys. Rag dropping in the subscription.
We'll be together soon at BlizzCon Kappa Pride Murder Globe.
5 months, baby, and we will be together at BlizzCon. Deckard Cain and Murden. We did see Recyclic play that Deckard Cain in map number 1. But, I mean, quite honestly, it was not what they were looking for. Didn't have the setup, and it was often interrupted by the damage that came out from Leeming on top of Wreck, and he got wrecked himself during the channeling of Stay a While and Listen. Got absolutely obliterated by a Leeming combo. And really helped solidify the end game. And it ended, I believe the final score was 32-0 in favor of InBed by 10. So they're looking very solid in this match. It was a Nova. It was a Leeming in game number 1. This time they're going to try out Mephisto as we see Sergeant Hammer banned out by InBed by 10. Alex Straza, the final ban by ReGen Red. There's the Leeming again. And I think it makes sense on this map. Kind of surprised they didn't ban that out. Instead banned out the Vala. And that means Rogel will have another opportunity to shine here on Battlefield of Eternity. Still have one more selection here with their 3-4. It's going to be Lily. Alright, some Panda Pal action. Lily, the selection from InBed by 10. Surprising selection in the support slot. Is it enough to keep Garrosh alive? To keep Mephisto alive as he tries to dive in a bit? We will see. Hanzo going to really rely on scatter shots in this matchup anyway, so the blinds on him will do a bit, but I mean, you're mostly looking to get that scatter shot damage out. Zeratul and Blaze, a fine selection here for ReGen Red. Zensvet has been dominant on a Zeratul this season. We'll see if he can pull out a W here with that Stealth Assassin. Blaze also for Gristle McThornbody, a hero he's comfortable on. And we're going to see Ragnaros for the second time tonight from Rock Pasta. Played it very well in game number 1. Going to try to pull it out again here in game number 2, where a bit more difficult to interrupt objectives like he was able to in map number 1, but he will be able to use it in defense up against immortal pushes. And you saw the Lava Wave in game number 1 will also help them collect plenty of XP around the map. Of course, these 2-lane maps, those minions giving just a bit more XP than the 3-lane map, so every bit of soak counts a lot more, and we'll see if Rock Pasta can pull that off once again if he wants to go into that Lava Wave. But here we go, loading into game number 2. InBed by 10 leads in the series 1-0. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. If you want to vote for ReGen Red, hashtag RG in chat. If your vote is for InBed by 10, hashtag IBBT. Here we go, game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. And on the left-hand side, it is ReGen Red. Recyclic the captain. Once again on Deckard Cain. Shree's going to be playing the Murden. -40 on the Hanzo. Zensvet going to be playing Zeratul. And rounding it out up top in the solo lane, Gristle McThornbody on the Blaze. Over on the right-hand side, we got InBed by 10. They won game number 1, and it was with Rogel playing this same Leeming. Mr. Pilkington going to be playing his same Garrosh. We got up top is Rock Pasta playing his same Ragnaros. They're going to bring in 2 new heroes this time. Polystyrene on Mephisto, and it's going to be M4 switching over to Lily. But here we go. Level 1 talents on your screen. Once again, it is going to be that Warbreaker from Garrosh. Played it well in the first game. Scattershot build set up here by Hanzo as projected. Zenspec getting tossed around, but does have a blink back to safety. Shui playing this Murden, see how aggressive he wants to get. Does land a Stormbolt there on Garrosh, but the follow-up was not there. And able to back up is Garrosh. Zeratul going to Hearth for his health. And keep an eye on this top matchup as well. Gristle, a little bit different. First map, it was his Dahaka up against a Li Ming. -40 though. Hanzo first to fall. Stuck his neck out a little bit too far. And took a lot of damage there from Mephisto. So first kill on the board in favor of In Bed by 10. And they find it before 1 minute passes on the clock here on Battlefield of Eternity. Picking right up where they left off. And in map number 1, first blood went to ReGen Red 25 seconds into the matchup. And then from there, it was 13-3 in favor of In Bed by 10 to close out the game. They finished it 32-0 in core health. So it was dominant from In Bed by 10 as some bits are coming in. 553 bitty boos from Ragnarok. Really appreciate that, man. Gonna definitely help put on that event. A 4-man connect there on the Scroll of Sealing, but still no follow-up available from ReGen Red. They just don't quite have it. I mean, Hanzo's got to wait a little bit further on. He is able to stack up to 11 shots on his Scatter Arrow build at level 1, that quest that he picked up. As votes are coming in chat, and a lot of votes for ReGen so far. And Rag saying, I hate uneven numbers in bit donation goals, along with his 553 bit. Regardless, we appreciate it. And I can't quite see what the goal is at right now, but I'm sure that put us now over the 10% mark, which is huge, making progress, and we definitely appreciate it, my friend. Rock Pasta, below half health, below half mana. Gristle McThornbody really winning this lane thus far, as the Immortals will be spawning in 20 seconds. And it's a slight XP lead for In Bed by 10. They've even found damage, excuse me, on this bottom wall. So a little bit of a lead in terms of structural damage. Let's see if we can hover and see. That won't show me there. Well, where does it show me? Is it here? Here we go. Now you can see. Minion XP, ReGen Red in the lead. Just by 300 or so right now, as the Immortals are here. -40's up top, trying to get those Scatter Arrows on top of it. Recycling can enjoy, and everyone here from ReGen Red actually on top, and a little bit of, I don't think they know what they're doing right now, is In Bed by 10. A little bit of confusion. Zeratul falling a bit low. Root there. Indomitable, though. Indomitable will be popped by Garrosh. He's going to survive. Toss back Blaze. Gristle pops that Pyromania, but he's going to get stunned out by the Immortal. 60 health. Able to slide away with that Jet Propulsion. He survives, and it would have been a huge pickup for In Bed by 10, because remember, Rogel playing that Li Ming is able to really combo off some damage, and you guys missed it in game number 1, but once one hero fell, Rogel looked insanely scary, and in this double mage composition right now, that is just like a situation you did not want to find yourselves in if you're ReGen Red. You want to keep yourselves healthy, and thankfully for them, they have a Muradin very sturdy, they have a Blaze very sturdy, but if you see Hanzo or Zeratul falling in any of these fights, it could be trouble for this double mage setup, especially when you're going to see Mephisto throw out his consumed souls. But who wins this? This is actually going to be In Bed by 10 winning by 277 health points on the Immortal race, barely able to get the job done over ReGen Red there. And it's going to be pushing this top lane. Very close race, but it does go in favor of In Bed by 10. Blaze is going to soak the bottom up against Ragnaros a bit more, as this Immortal has no shield, will enter the melee mode right away. And damage trying to come out from ReGen Red. Murden getting tossed back, able to dwarf toss himself back to safety, as the wall is now down. Immortal on this fort, gonna slam down and whack away with that huge sword of his. Gonna Probably bring this to about 50% health, and yeah, it's about 55% on that fort. As In Bed by 10 find themselves with their level 7 talents. Those are up on your screen right now. Garrosh in a great spot to find Zensvet in that Zeratul, but able to blink right back out was Zensvet there, and now pushing forward once again is In Bed by 10. Mr. Pilkington looking for it, but Shui able to escape, gonna survive, and they find themselves now with their level 10 talents. Hanzo now finally able to get his never outmatched, so that will help him in the Immortal race, race number 2 at least. Mephisto gonna back all the way to base, and just keeping scouts on this top camp right now are both teams. There's a Sonic Arrow gonna reveal that no one's there right now, but ReGen Red without their Zeratul are not gonna be able to make that move. Zen is looking for this pick on the Ragnaros, but Gristle's trying to bait him back and playing very patient are both of these players. I do want to show you up top that In Bed by 10 is getting this siege camp right now, but I want to make sure you don't miss this gank attempt. Here comes Zensvet, looking on top of Rockpasta, who does not have a lot of mana. Terrible spot for him. Gristle's got the body blocks now. Does he have a Jet Propulsion lock-in? But more bodies coming out there from Zeratul, and they do pick up the kill. ReGen Red get their first kill in the game, 1-1 now, as XP is going to even up, and a bit of extra minion loss there in the bottom side as Ragnaros fell and no one was here to collect the XP off those minions. So ReGen Red found a little bit of good break there for them as Immortals number 2 are spawning. Both teams are trying to get bruiser camps out, but first to position is going to be In Bed by 10. They're making the move over to this enemy side of the map where the Immortals have spawned in defensive positions for these teams. So having to play aggressive across the map is In Bed by 10, but they are here, led by Mr. Pilkington on his Garrosh, trying to set up a front line for In Bed by 10, but the rest of the team is pretty far back. They are very squishy. Not much of a front line outside of Garrosh, and if ReGen Red can find damage to get through the Garrosh at all, the rest of the kills should come in line. Blaze getting tossed back, has to pop the Pyromania, now body blocked in by the Garrosh, and first to fall is Gristle McDormbody, and he was under a lot of assault in game number 1, found himself dead 7 times on his Dahaka, as Hanzo 40 health will survive because that I don't even know what the ability is called. Let me find out here with you. The Shade of Mephisto expired there barely from polystyrene, and he was not able to finish off that kill. This top lane, Zeratul was trying to find the level 10 but not gonna be able to do it, and this is gonna be potential full shielded Immortal for In Bed by 10, but ReGen Red gonna step in defensive side, make sure that no damage will continue forth on their Immortal. They want to find their level 10s, but they're not gonna have it in time, and here come In Bed by 10 looking to get it started with this heroic lead. There's gonna be the Consumed Soul to lead it off from Mephisto. Shui gonna have to pop away with that Dwarf Toss. Here's a big root from her Psychic, but still no damage here. Cups are being played by M4, and that Lily does get stunned out and interrupted, so no longer able to heal with that heroic, but they're sitting right on top of this Immortal, finding damage with Rock Pasta and that Ragnaros, as Li Ming making sure no one else is walking in. Lava Wave up top to clear out that wave that was pushing on the wall, and second Immortal of the game will be handed over. Full shield for In Bed by 10. And once again, ReGen Red on the back foot, not able to get anything they want in these matchups here up against In Bed by 10. Bottom lane, Immortal pushing with that full shield. The first one we saw, no shield. This one we see full shield, so complete opposite spectrum, but still both of them going over to the red team here. In Bed by 10 looking to find their second structure of the game, as that top fort was able to fall from the bruiser camp during this Immortal race. And this Immortal still half a shield on it already through this fort, and now pushing forward is In Bed by 10. Ragnaros does have a Molten Core if he wants to drop back and use it, but instead he's going to siege forward along with the rest of his team. Mephisto, look at how quick he can rip through this wall with his Nova that he throws out. So much damage, and quite frankly, such easy damage, as he's able to stay pretty safe throughout all of it. Immortal still sitting with a lot of health. There's going to be a stay a while and listen, landing on Mephisto along with that scroll of sealing, but Polystyrene able to back up with the help of Ragnaros, with the help of Lily. And ladies and gentlemen, first keep of the game will be down. 10 minutes and 30 seconds into this one. Mephisto trying to finish off some kills, gonna have that consume souls up, and here it comes. Shui has been destroyed. Zensvet very low. The molten core is out from Ragnaros. Disintegrate on top of Recycling. He's gonna survive. Bunker played by Blaze, but Crystal, you're in a terrible spot now, and he falls. A double kill for In Bed by 10, and the shields are down on the core. 90%. Do they want to continue pushing in? They have level 13 advantage, but they're going to take what they got, back up, throw out another lava wave in the top lane, and watch how this XP bar is going to shoot up even without them in the lane. That should put them at level 14, and they're able to invade in on this camp, knowing they have this talent here advantage, knowing how the kills have been coming out ever since the beginning of game number 1. This matchup has been so heavily in the favor of In Bed by 10. And they do steal away a bruiser camp from ReGen Red there, and they're going to rotate down to the bottom side, looking for a siege camp here to pair with it in this bottom lane. They're already set up with catapults as well. And with that wave pushback so far with that lava wave, look how far back these blue minions are. They'll clash just a little bit past the mid, but Blaze so scared to step out at this point in the game, and you see just getting painted red are all of these merc camps now working on their bruiser camp, I'd imagine. Yes, there they go. Mephisto and Garrosh going to get started on that. Up top, grabbing another wave, potentially another camp. Ragnaros, yeah, Rock Pasta is going to get started up there. And ReGen Red, they're still worried about clearing out the other merc camps that were coming down the bottom side. Still clearing that Khazra camp there. They do get it down. But Immortal spawning in 3 seconds. Those camps are taken at the perfect time for In Bed by 10 as they are set up on the defensive side of this exchange. Both teams are trying. I mean, ReGen Red, they're looking for that level 13, but they're here in position if they want to move in and play defense. Hanzo going to throw out the Sonic Arrow, revealing where they are, but he gets flipped back. The Warlord's challenge a little bit late, so not getting value there was Mr. Pilkington. We'll see if Zensvet can set up anything with the Void Prison, but they have to get that Dragon Arrow as well onto something. But you see ReGen Red, they're saying just give up halftime, clear up this top side. We can't afford to lose a wall, but here comes another lava wave. This one bottom lane from Ragnaros will be able to clear up all those minions again, and catapults will be pressuring bottom side now as the merc camp's still not fully cleared out by ReGen Red. They find themselves on the opposite side of the Immortal defense here, and this could be another full shielded Immortal. But there's the Dragon Arrow. There's going to be the Scroll of Sealing not connecting on anything, and it's Zeratul falling first, leaving now with the reset, throwing out more damage, looking to put it on Muradin and Blaze, but Blaze is going to charge forward with that Jet Propulsion, not able to get nearly enough what he needs because Zeratul already dead. The only damage here is now Hanzo, and he's not able to do enough to prevent In Bed by 10 from picking up their 3rd Immortal of the game. Top side, there's still Khazra camp pushing. 2 of those goats still there. Bottom side, it's 2 catapults locked onto the core, so that has to be responded to. And this Immortal is going to be pushing this top lane. The minion wave, it's already here. Ragnaros, he's already here, taking a look at his molten core. It's online. So this is a very scary situation for ReGen Red, because if this keep goes down, it's going to be a molten core in their face as the Immortal's going to try to push in onto this core. So final defensive chance, and they find themselves down those level 16 talents. Those are on your screen right now if you want to check them out in the middle of this fight. But, oh wow, the flip, the taunt, the kill. See ya later, Muradin. Shui is down. Now McThornbody, the only warrior here in defense, going to be a little bit too late to defend this keep. It's down. Here comes that molten core. The Stay a While and Listen did not interrupt it. And once again, Rogel able to find the damage through a Stay a While and Listen from Recycling. The VP is played on the core to delay it, but with this Immortal still having a shield, VP is down. It's a 5v2 right now as In Bed by 10 is looking to pick this up. Consume Souls not able to finish off Zensvet, but that Meteor is GG. And good set played by In Bed by 10. They pick up the domination here over ReGen Red and 2 wins in the standings as they're going to find themselves a bit closer to making it into the playoffs, trying to fight off that final spot currently held by Duratan's Couch. Let's take a peek at the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. And yeah, it does appear as though ReGen Red was completely outmatched. In Bed by 10 looked good all evening. And it was ReGen did not fall one time the entire evening. Found 4 more kills in this one. I believe he had 7 in game number 1. He's your MVP of the match tonight. Very solid play from him. And I'm very impressed with this squad. I was expecting it to be a bit more of an even matchup. Of course, In Bed by 10 coming in a little bit lower in the standings. But they showed why they can be a team to watch out for. Especially if it's going to be them sitting in that wild card weekend where you might see a rematch of some of the teams they've played earlier in the season. In Bed by 10 looks solid. Very well played by them. I'm going to check if Discord's working for me because it was not working earlier. Let me check it out. Hold on. Flip, flop, flop, flop. Hop in one of these. Oh, okay. It is working now. All right, let me see if I can get someone in here for an interview then. Interview? Wait a minute. Did that not go? He's not online. All right, let's see if our boy ReGen is online. ReGen? No. Okay, let's check Rock Pasta. No. Polystyrene? No. M4? Well, in true In Bed by 10 fashion, I assume they live central because it's 10 o'clock central. These guys are in bed. So no interview this evening, at least from this match. But you will be able to find me right back here in just about 25 minutes as I'm going to be casting another matchup. It's going to be Stepdads versus Soak Every Lane, a Division A West matchup. And it's going to be right here at twitch.tv/MurdaRG. So if you're looking for more NGS action, make sure you tune back in. And I will bring you all the action from that one. Before we go, let me throw up the talent screen so you guys can check that out. I'm going to be sure to go back and make sure that my audio is set up on that scene that was muted. Don't know what happened there. But I appreciate all of you who have stopped in here for this match. Hope to see you back later on. Shout out to our resubs from Arrow of the Storm and Ragnarok. Huge props to you guys. Can't keep the stream going without the support from all my visitors here. So thank you so much. And to anyone new who has not already followed, hit the follow button before you go, including Rock Pasta right there from In Bed by 10, one of your victors. Played that Ragnarok so well today. Almost said Ragnarok. Freudian slip because I love that boy Ragnarok. Mumu Cuddle Cow played the Nova and Mephisto. That is Polystyrene. Congratulations on your victory this evening. Very well played by them, and definitely looking forward to seeing more of them if they don't make the playoffs, hopefully in that wild card weekend coming up in just about a week and a half. But for now, that's it. I'm Murda, and I will see you guys in 25 minutes back here for that Division A West matchup between Stepdads and Soka.